Welcome to the nightmare, my friends. I mean, this stuff really freaks me out. My heart aches over what's going on in California. It's one thing to see a disaster when you don't know anybody. And it's sad because, we have empathy. This really funny tweet that, Phil Labonte brought up on Timcast IRL last night, where research finds that conservatives tend to care about people, friends, family, and I kid you not, it said liberals tend to care about inert things. They're more likely to care about rocks than people. I'm like, that sounds shockingly offensive. Like, come on, really? But anyway, I digress. I see these stories, about a hurricane in some far off land. I know some people in North Carolina, but nobody really affected. I'm still saddened by it, still worried about it. With the LA wildfires, man, I lived in California for a couple of years. I've played music. I've skateboarded. I have friends who work in music and acting. And for all the disasters that have come out, this one actually hits at friends that I've known for my whole life. And so I'm not trying to come off as callous or anything like this, but there's a reality in that it hits you really hard when these disasters target your friends, right? Let's be honest, We lament the tragedy that humans face, but when you see a loved one staring down the barrel of a major natural disaster, it hits you that much harder. So I see this story. Pictures of the Hollywood sign on fire, sparking fears that it was at risk. It's an AI hoax, and everybody's sharing this stuff. I lived in Los Angeles only for a couple of years, but man, do I have amazing memories. And this is what really pisses me off about how the Democrats operate. And I know, here we go, political, but no, I'm going to say it, man. I mean, this is reality. I used to go with my friends and we'd hike up to the Griffith Observatory. If you could call it a hike, you're climbing a mountain. Often we just drive up there. The Griffith Observatory is incredible. And for everybody who lives in the LA area, who's ever visited and you've been there, you know just how amazing it is. And I think it's in a bunch of movies. It's an iconic location. And the Hollywood sign is not too far away. So we'd always see it up on the hill as we're coming up to Griffith. And I had friends that would sneak up there and people would hang out and they'd drink. When I think I was 23 when I lived in LA. Was I 23? I barely remember, man. It's been so long. But there's a lot of people that I deeply care about and a lot of memories I have for going to these iconic locations. And to hear the Hollywood sign was on fire, like, it's like getting punched in the chest. Like, no way, man. Look, there's bad people. There's evil people. There's child abuse. It's been going on in Hollywood for a long time. Let me tell you, my friends, we want to take our institutions back. We don't want them to burn. And this one really freaked me out. But people, this is the AI apocalypse. I mean, I'm being somewhat facetious, but let me show you some of this, and then we'll read the story, and we'll talk about where we're at. This dude posted, the Hollywood sign is on fire. I mean, this one looks very fake, to be completely honest, and it only got 5,000 views, but hey, there's more. This person posted a different one with 142,000 views. The Hollywood sign is on fire. This one looks a bit more real. Still kind of fake, though. Then we have this. Kim Katie USA even follows me, appears to have gotten hoaxed by this video. I don't know if they made it themselves, but they uploaded this video originally, and it says, Hollywood Hills landmark sign nearly on fire as fires rage. This is fake. The community note says, well, the video does indeed go hard. In the context of an ongoing news story, it should be noted this particular footage is AI generated. The Hollywood sign itself does not have fire around it. The Hollywood sign, for those that don't know, here's another video uploaded. Once again, it's like the same video, and it says the view of Hollywood sign is wicked. It's just not real, man. It's not okay. It is nightmarish where we are headed right now with how people just, they don't care. Man, let me tell you guys, we humans have a sickness, and I'm sorry, but it's true. There are some people that are motivated by status. I don't know how you describe it. Me, I'm motivated by, I got to be honest, I don't know. Like, I press record on the camera to talk because I want to do it. I will say this, youtube.com/Timcast, my first YouTube channel. We are relaunching the 4 p.m. video essays. I saw one comment, they said, boy, this sounds scripted. I'm like, yeah, there's a big difference between my morning show, off the cuff, unscripted, I talk about whatever I feel like talking about, and the essay, which is meant to be hard informational with sources and a little bit of opinion flair sometimes. But yeah, much more scripted. The Timcast videos are half and half, right? This video is just, it's off the cuff, right? And so I guess my point is this. There are people who are motivated by desperately wanting attention, and I don't get it. I really don't. How do I get to a place like this, and how do these people get to the place where they're posting these hoaxes and causing distress to people, and for what reason? Honestly, I have no idea. Some people just want to post fake images, or they're tricked by them and then repost them because they don't pay attention. Me, I try to avoid this every step. Like, I get it. Sometimes people make mistakes. But I think a lot of these people are posting it intentionally because they want views. They want to feel important. When I was younger, I remember being a teenager, and I learned how to do a 360 flip on my skateboard. Who cares if you know what the trick is or not? But to me, I felt like the king of kings. I was just like, I landed that, and I was like, yeah, I'm the best. Meanwhile, there's like 5 million people substantially better than me at skateboarding. For me, the motivation was always internal. I just cared about being me and improving myself. So for videos like this and the content that I make, it is always just about me thinking something and wanting to talk about it. For the 4PM videos, the reason I draw a distinction is because the motivation there is to create something a bit more informative with a team that strikes much better at the heart of these issues. Where I think we're going with this AI stuff is that more and more people are going to fabricate fake news for attention, and we're not always going to be able to catch it. This brings us to a dark place. Take a look at this story from CNN. Meta scrambles to delete its own AI accounts after backlash intensifies. Dude, Meta outright said they're going to make fake accounts. They're going to make fake accounts. Absolutely bonkers, man. Look at this. Meta promptly deleted several of its own AI-generated accounts after human users began engaging with them and posting about the bot's sloppy imagery and tendency to go off the rails and even lie in chats with humans. Now, I'll pause real quick. This is about their AI chatbots. But let me make sure I can pull this one up. Meta AI users. Let me see if I can find it. There's a bunch of these. Look at this, man. Let me pull this up. Insanity. What is this? I'm not going to be an insider. Oh, I can't even look at the article anymore. Okay, let's get out of there. Here's the headline. Meta's dream of AI-generated users isn't going anywhere. They're actually discussing creating users on Facebook and Instagram. They're telling you outright they're not going to be real people. The dead internet theory come to life. If you're not familiar with dead internet theory, let me see if I can pull up this tweet. Dead internet theory is just a fact now. Take a look. This is a tweet that went viral a while ago. Culture Crave saying, Meta confirms they plan to add tons of AI-generated users to Instagram and Facebook. They will have bios, profile pics, and can share content. Financial Times. Meta envisages social media filled with AI-generated users. We're going to be living in fake reality. And so the future that we're looking at now, this is rudimentary, my friends. The Hollywood sign is fine. I hope it remains that way because seeing this devastation is saddening. Not that I think Hollywood is, innocent or anything. It's just we don't want to see that stuff. You know what I mean? But here's where we're going to be in a few years, whether you like it or not. And we may already be here now. I've talked about bot attacks and bot farms and how they operate. One easy way to know if you're under a bot attack or there's bot farms, it's harder if you have a smaller account because they don't engage with you. But for me, I've got 2.3 million followers on X. So if I make a post and I say, I like pancakes, the bot farms will say waffles are better. If I then respond with, I was talking about how I liked pancakes, but you know what? I've been convinced. Waffles are better. The bot farms will still attack you as though you said pancakes were better because they're rudimentary. Dead internet theory was the idea that around 2016, bot accounts overtook real humans on the internet, and we're largely talking to nobody. Then it's saying maybe I'm staring at a camera right now, talking to what I think is people, but it's really just fake numbers YouTube puts there. Well, there's only one way I can tell that's not the case, in that whenever I go literally anywhere, people are like, I watch your show. And I'm like, well, at least that keeps me sane. Unless, I don't know, it's like a Truman Show thing and everybody's just spying on me all the time. Don't check my browser history. I'm kidding. My browser history is boring. It's all news. You know, and I will say this too, for all the conspiracy theorists that are like, they think weird stuff's going on here at Timcast, like foreign influence. Dude, it is so boring. It's like, the most exciting stuff we have going on here is the skateboarding and like Special Mike jumping off buildings. I come to the computer, I Google search stuff, and then I press record. Like, that's it. Where we're going to be, dead internet theory is taking over. That's where we're currently at. I think it is true that the news and the users and everything you see, it's dominated by fake users. This is why Elon Musk was so desperate to get people to verify their accounts. I mean, for one, it helps sustain X. You're paying the bills. But more importantly, robot accounts weren't paying for it. Elon had this funny post where he was like, if bots want to use this platform and manipulate people, they're going to pay me a lot of money to do it. Talk about brilliant. With all these foreign intel agencies trying to manipulate public opinion, he says, I can monetize that. And he did, because the bots haven't stopped, and many of them have purchased verification. But hey, props to Elon for stripping the funds away from them, making it a lot harder to do. Where do we go from here? It's going to be fake all the way down. You know, if you thought it was going to be bad because an individual was posting fake photos or fake videos and trying to generate content, there's already a ton of fake women on OnlyFans and Instagram. And these guys who run 1,000 profiles of fake women make bank. Well, why would Meta or any other platform allow some random person to do it when they can just do it? So where do we end up? There will come a day, if that day is not already today, where you go on Instagram and you see, you get suggested a video from some woman and it's her in Venice, Italy, and you like it. And then you follow her account because it's good travel. You think she's attractive. You send her a message, you start talking to her. And it's just an AI generated bot that Facebook made to keep you entertained and attached so they can serve advertisements. Worse still, the bot account might say something like, you know, I really like this suit. You should totally get one and send me a pic. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then you buy a suit for a couple $100 or whatever, put it on and take a picture. And the bot's like, amazing. And it was an advertisement, a manipulation. That's where we're going, man. I think we may already be there. You know, posting this Hollywood sign is one thing, to be honest, but dead internet is here. So I don't know how we navigate it, because I got to be honest, my friends, I can't compete. You may say like, Tim, you got something special. You can press record and talk for 50 years. And I like listening to it. Thank you so much for listening to these shows. But I can't compete with an AI supercomputer massive network that knows exactly what you want to see and can auto-generate entertaining content. Can't do it. Sooner or later, some company's going to come to me and they're going to say, Mr. Poole, we have so many hours of you talking, we can recreate your entire persona and then AI generate topics and content based on news that'll sound just like you. Yeah, I would never do that. Me, I'd rather live in a van down by the river. But you will live in the pod, you will eat the bugs, you will own nothing, you will be happy, blah, blah, blah. You know, I've met some people who have already told me that they're working on a program to do exactly this. I'm not going to call this person out. If they start doing it discernible, maybe I will. But there's an individual and they're prominent, and they said a company has come to them and said that based on scanning all of your YouTube videos, we can create an AI that will auto-generate videos. You can, just like GPT, it knows your persona. You can go into chat. I'm pretty sure you can do this right now. Here we go. I go to ChatGPT. Let's see. Write a short, let's do this. Write a short explanation of dead internet theory in the style of Tim Poole. Here we go. Let's pull this one over. Look what it's writing. It says, all right, so here's the deal. Dead internet theory. It's this idea floating around that most of the internet isn't real anymore, okay? That's really not in the style of Tim Pool, because I wouldn't talk like that. But like what you're seeing online, the tweets, the posts, the articles, it's not coming from actual people. It's AI bots, scripted interactions, corporate narratives, and all kinds of synthetic garbage flooding the web. The theory suggests that somewhere along the line, the internet stopped being this open, organic space for human interaction and turned into a controlled fake environment designed to manipulate opinions, boost certain agendas, and keep you distracted. Real human voices drowned out. And honestly, when you look at how much AI-generated content is already out there, it kind of makes you wonder how much of what we see is real. This is what some people are questioning, and honestly, I think it's worth talking about. I alter a little bit to make it more sound like me, but here's the point. I pull up ChatGPT and tell it to do this, and it does. Let's try this. Now do it in the style of Alex Jones. Let's see what it says. Let me tell you something, folks. Dead internet theory is real, and it's a symptom of a larger, more sinister plan. They've hijacked the internet. The global elites and the technocratic overlords have replaced genuine human discourse with AI bots, fake narratives, and propaganda machines. It's a digital psyop designed to keep you dumbed down, pacified, and under control. Shout out to Alex Jones, by the way. Let's try this. Let's try it as Ben Shapiro. I'm having fun. You can tell, right? All right, folks, I can't do it. I got like a virus. All right, folks, let's break it down logically. Because that internet theory is fascinating, but let's look at the facts. The theory posits that a significant portion of what we interact with in the internet, social media posts, comments, articles, isn't actually created by humans, but by bots, AI systems. I can't do a good Ben right now. Sorry, Ben. I can't. I've got like laryngitis or something. Here's my point. They already have scanned all of our videos. They already have scanned our social media posts. And they replicate it. They can already make AI videos. So there's this dude who was telling me that this company came to him and was like, we can take all your YouTube videos and we can automatically generate a video for you. You don't even have to make videos anymore. And the AI knows what people click on better than you do. So let me get this straight. I record a video. I think of a title. I talk. And because I'm slightly better at it than other people, I get more views, I make more money. There's no way to compete with an AI that is like a gigantic tentacle monster that knows all and can target you better than anyone. And so that's where we're going, man. I wouldn't be surprised if within the next year, you don't even notice that your favorite podcast is completely AI generated. And people like me, not me, but people like me, are sitting back, sipping pina coladas, skateboarding or playing football or frisbee golf, whatever you call it. Meanwhile, the AI is automatically rendering perfect full podcast. We made the joke that Timcast IRL is all AI generated. We do that all the time because there are people who are like, no way this is live. It's like, it's weird that people just don't believe we're live when we are, but we are. But no, I think we're a couple years away. I think we're a couple years away from you being able to open up a program and say, hey, AI, make me a movie about Spider-Man in the 1800s fighting in the War of 1812 or something. And it'll do it. And it'll be indistinguishable from other movies. And it'll take like a couple hours to render. You'll come back and you'll be like, hey, look at this really funny movie. Already, you can go to Suno.com and make music. Yo, we were skating. And I went to Suno.com and I said, make me a song about Richie Jackson being the greatest skateboarder ever. And then Richie walks down, I press play, and it plays this rockabilly song where it's like, Richie Jackson is the greatest skater. And Richie was like, what's happening? Like, how is there a song about me right now? Who wrote this? Because the assumption is it takes a lot of time to go to a studio to plan it out. Not anymore. You snap your fingers. Now, if they're already doing AI video, if they're already doing AI music, what is the next massive library of content? Dude, I've got, let me pull the numbers real quick. Jumping over to our podcast here. I've got 1,838 episodes of Timcast Daily News, 1,300 episodes of Timcast IRL. Now I'll pause. We actually have 1,179 episodes. The reason why on the audio side is because we do a bonus Sunday Uncensored episode. So check that out if you listen to Apple, Spotify. We've got 85 culture wars. All of that is me talking. And you know the AI has already downloaded all of that stuff. There's lawsuits about it. Then we've got 716 episodes of Pop Culture Crisis. Mary Brett, they're going to AI clone you. And what do? People are going to start making AI clones of me saying things I never said. And then who believes what? This apocalypse is upon us, my friends. Dead internet theory is a nightmare scenario. I don't have the answers for you. I can only tell you they're doing it. So have fun, man. I don't mean to be so down, but it's going to get creepy and it's going to get weird. The best we can do, community notes, I think is great. When it came to these fake photos out of the Hollywood sign, you can see that they're basically calling it out. It's not real and they've got facts and evidence. So I'm glad that Elon launched this. I'm glad that Facebook is doing something similar. But man, we are soon to be ruled by AI overlords. A new podcast will emerge called like the Jack Johnson podcast or something. And people are going to be like, this is really good. And it's going to be fake. It's going to be an AI generated automatic upload from a major corporation where they take the top trending news, it aggregates X posts, and then a fake AI host you think is a real person talks about the news. And they're going to source things faster than anybody else because they're plugged in. It is the machine. You know what? You can fight it all day and night, but maybe this is just the way things go. Smash that like button. Share the show with everyone you know. Become a member over at timcast.com. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll see you all in the next segment.